I would say the first thing is, you can't lead people. You can't be successful and have, your cup full and fill other people's cups unless you're fully cleaned out and you're true to yourself. And so, self-development to me is the way of the future. Everyone's investing in self-development. And if you're not, you need to jump on board, because it's the only way you can get rid of your blockages for you to be able to help yourself, to be able to help other people.
That's right, because if you're coming from a place, because that's the thing. Have you ever done this? I remember when I used to train women, I give them the same script. Two people go out.
Yeah,
they say the exact same words, but get two different results. What is that?
Mm-hmm. And I feel like it was a light bulb moment for me, just another couple of weeks ago, that I was training some girls on doing, some booking calls and things like that. And you forget how much fear they have when they pick that phone up, because see, we don't have it anymore. And we forget until we see this poor girl in front of us that is literally, her heart is jumping out of her chest because she fears so much to pick up that phone. And of course, I'm going to get a different result when I pick up the phone, because I'm relaxed and laid back and I have a conversation and I've built that person's trust on the other end, than this poor girl that's sitting on the other end, and her little heart's jumping out of her chest because she's so scared and nervous and all these emotions going through her. So to me, I think it all stems from us, the self-development and you getting rid of all the blockages, whatever it is that's stopping you, for you then to be able to, as leaders, go and lead women.
That's right. Because if you've got those flares, if you're coming from a fear, if everything you do is fear-based, you're really pushing shit uphill, aren't you? It's like you're going forward. It's 2 steps forward, 1 step back, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And that's what it all comes down to. And your people see that. And for me to be able to go out and do what I do and do it so naturally and be me and not have to change, and for them to see me as I am at home and then to see me on stage training people to be exactly the same person, that's the key,
It is the key, isn't it? It's the key to especially women and success.
Because all women want to see is someone real. They don't want to see someone up there that's perfect and put together, because no one's perfect and put together.
No, that's right.
They just want to see the real person that's doing what they're doing to make them successul.
Yes, exactly.
It's so simple,
And sharing your story and sharing your triumphs and your tribulations.
Yeah, and not just sharing the good things, sharing everything.
Yes, exactly. Good. Okay.
Learn from all the things. So, yeah.
So how do you do the business? So here you are, you're a direct selling leader. You're still a direct selling leader. You've just, by the way, if you're watching this, Tara was also the #1 recruiter in this company in Australasia just recently as well. So, she certainly has, can achieve the goal. To be able to recruit and be a top recruiter, you have to get people to come on board. Now, what I see you've done is, instead of having to go out and find them, you're now attracting them.
Yeah.
That's the difference, isn't it?
And the difference is, everyone wants to join a company with the best leader, don't they? They want to be led by the best. Absolutely. So, what is the value to you as a leader, looking after yourself, making sure your head's right, making sure your heart's right, making sure your gut is, the antenna on your gut is really cleaned out, so that you can, know when someone's a right fit, know when something's the right decision. Yeah, so I would say, you've got to keep yourself at a certain level, and you've got to allow yourself that time to fill your own cup, because how can you give all to your people and, give them your best self if you're not at your best? So you need to allow yourself that time. I go away for a week and I spend time with people that fill my cup, because, in the end, I'm leading a team of 180 women, which is, I love it. However, I still need to go away and fill my cup with the women that I aspire to be like. So, I think it's so important to be able to keep doing that. And, I make my people aware of that. Like, you know, for me to be the best leader for you girls, I need to keep going away and investing in myself so I can keep leading you and making you be the best that you can be.
Exactly. So awesome. So you're a Creatrix transformologist, training to be a trainer, still a leader that just kicked your best goal ever, did your best, highest unit production ever, more effortlessly
than what I did 2 years ago.
Than what you did so it's like, it's easier. Success is kind of like, you know, a lot of people, when they look at women who are really cleaned out and they're, you know, and they're a leader who just, you know, is really kicking their goals, a lot of them think, oh, geez, you must work hard. What would you say to the people who think, oh, yeah, you just work harder than me?
Well, I definitely don't think that's true, because I was just thinking when you were talking, Maz, is the first time we kicked the biggest gold, which was the big, you know, the top director's trip and being a top unit in the company, was the 2015 when I did when I become a facilitator, a Creatrix facilitator. So it was that year, that was in I attended a course in February, and then I attended a course in April. And in April, at the end of April, I decided that I was going to do this, and it had to be done by the 30th of June. So, you know, in the end, it's not like I had all that much time. Yes, we were on track, but it was never in my head to do it. But it was when I left that course after becoming, like, I'd already had a breakthrough. So it was then I'd actually become a facilitator that, you know, that even wiped a whole heap more limiting beliefs. And I also think that, you know, I had surrounded myself with an environment of, you know, all these driven, successful women. So it made me drive and really go, right, I'm going to really smash these goals. And that was in 2015 when I did that. So I was away a lot because that year I invested, you know, money into helping myself and becoming a, you know, transformologist. And so I was away a lot. So yeah, I worked then, but then this year I've been away even more because I've been away doing my trainer's training. And so, but all of that to me is just adding to everything, you know.
So time away from your business, but
it's filling my cup.
Self has meant that other business has become more successful, more effortlessly, hasn't it?
Absolutely, definitely.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's making my people, you know, do it for them. Be what's the word I'm looking for? To be a
role model.
Yeah, and to be disciplined for themselves, you know, to go out and do it themselves and not reliant on me, because in the end they, you know, people, anything that you want in life as a person, if you want it badly enough, you should just go do it yourself. You shouldn't need someone else and be reliant on someone else to.
That's really big in the personal development, in the direct selling industry, isn't it? Where they create a team that needs them. So if they turn their back, the team just absolutely can't function. And so it's almost like treating them like children instead of helping them to stand on their own 2 feet, take responsibility, get off your butt, go to work. But you've got to go here, get rid of the blocks. Then all the work you do is going to give you exponentially more success for the same workload.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, that's it. Making them, you know, stand on their own 2 feet, put their big girl panties on. Because I was never reliant on anyone, you know, all through my direct. The only thing I, you know, did have help with was self-development, but that's completely different. That would have been in anything, you know. So, but as my business, as my direct selling business, I never needed to be ringing, you know, my upline people and getting motivation, because I was a self-motivator. I wanted it for me. I wanted it for my family. So I went out and got it.
That's right. So I think that's a really good message, that when they're out team building and trying to get a team, they need to look for people with a good work ethic, don't they? Because that's what you'll see as a common trait. I've learned that. You look for women that have good work ethic and self-initiation. They don't need their motivation from, you know, someone else, like a mother. They don't need another mother, do they? They need to be shown how to be resourceful.
Yeah.
And how to motivate yourself, not how to come to me for motivation.
Yeah, because in the end, if I tell someone what to do, they need to be going to work for their dreams and their goals and what they want to achieve, because if they're not, then it's not going to work, you know?
Exactly. If everybody's just happy doing what they love, then they're going to be successful at it.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I want to ask you too, how do you run the two businesses so successfully?
Okay, that's a good question, because it did take a little bit of fine tuning.